Jumbo package to start the drive. Already here, they'll audible to something else.
The first carry now. This is Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now Prescott.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Zach Bond
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing. Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Prescott.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A first red zone opportunity in the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Screen play set up for Williams. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Williams will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
Hey,
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
At the 28-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Barkley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Silver, ready?
6-0 our score after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback comes in the side.
Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
I was going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ferguson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Prescott down. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprint.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 51 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First down, Cowboys.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Aubrey now for the PAT. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle with Barkley. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 17, Hurts fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop the throw.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
This is a good-ass game, bro.
Down 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score.
This shit is crazy.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Great.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of...
He must got these injuries turned all the way the fuck up, bro. We done had 3 fucking high-risk injuries in one game.
To say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 39-yard line.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by
Fucking go.
Good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
Exactly.
I needed something out of that drive. I'll take the 3.
Something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Oh, hell no.
Solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game. and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Prescott to throw it.
He'll go right back to Lamb.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down.
Yeah, and I fucked up on the kick.
Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And strong running. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Runs through the contact, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Shipley is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Here's Shipley.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Will Shipley. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Buried for the sack by Big Jalen Carter.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
A run on 1st down with Shipley.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Milton.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Here's first down.
Here we go. Set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Milton. That's complete to Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 52 yards.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Second and 10. Here's Milton. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
I don't know how that one was sad, bro.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards.
yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Cowboys 32. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Look at the big fella go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Pushing his way through. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2.
No touch.
They're going to try and run.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Milton's pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
No touch. No touch.
Hurts. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So that one is 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. picked up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jalen Carter now with his second sack here on opening night.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Now, faster.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Eagles, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up.